Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about this assignment. It is a review. I just want to see what you guys have learned. I know it's difficult with what's going on to retain this information, and it's a lot easier when you're in class so that I could actually teach you and show you what I'm talking about in person. But this is a gray right now because I haven't released it yet to you guys, but when yours will be orange on the 20th, okay? So just want to show you guys, explain to you how to do this. So it's actually a Google Slides document, and it's going to be your own copy once you open it. So you guys aren't going to have to go to File and make a copy. This one's going to be yours. Okay. So you're just going to type into this. So you're going to put your name here. And then if you guys look through it, you'll see that I've included some information. So the first slide says, what are breads? You guys don't need to type in this one. That's mine. I wanted to share it with you guys. So a bread, just so you know, in the baking world can apply to pancakes, quick loaf breads like banana breads, muffins, scones, biscuits, waffles, etc. Okay, so all of these actually have the same basic ingredients. They include flour, a lot of them include sugar. There's some kind of leavening agent, and that's where it's different. So quick breads, we know, use a chemical leavener like baking soda or baking powder, whereas yeast breads are going to use a biological leavener like yeast. So I will show you on the next slide where I kind of have broken down the most important differences between the two. So over here, you'll see quick breads, why they rise or how. Usually they have more fat and sugar than a yeast bread. Usually, not always, because sometimes you have yeast breads like cinnamon rolls, which we know have a lot of fat and sugar in them. These also need to be baked or cooked as soon as possible after you mix them because of that chemical leavener. And then I gave you some examples. Okay, so yeast breads they rise due to the biological leavener, which is yeast. We know that we need to wake up the yeast before we can start mixing ingredients together. It's going to need extra time to ferment, to grow, so that it puffs up, it rises before you bake it. So it can't be baked right away. You need to knead the dough to create that gluten so it's stretchy like a rubber band and it stays together. And then I also gave you some examples of those. So slide 4 is where you guys are going to start adding your own stuff in. So how does baking soda work to create a rise in quick bread? That's different than baking powder, which is your next slide. So there is an ingredient that you have to add in with the baking soda to get it to activate. So make sure you include that in your answer. Okay, baking powder, how does it work? And these are going to be very similar actually. With the gas that they create, which creates the rise. Baking powder, baking soda, and yeast all release the same gas, right? But make sure you include it in your explanation. And then you have to explain how yeast works to create a rise in bread. All right. All of these slides, the baking soda, baking powder, and yeast, they're worth 2 points apiece. And then this is the part where you're really going to show me what you know about these different breads, okay? So it says, please click on the link to the following recipes for quick breads and yeast breads. And then in the next slide, you're going to compare how they're alike. So what ingredients are the same, the directions, what's the same, right? Because that's comparing, and the nutrition facts. What is about the same, if there's anything. And if there's nothing that is alike, you can just say they do not have any of the same nutrition facts. All right, the next slide after that, you are going to be contrasting these two. So you're going to be contrasting the ingredients. How are they different? What's in the quick bread that's not in the yeast bread? And what's in the yeast bread that's not in the quick bread? The directions, so how are they different? And nutrition facts, how are the nutrition facts different? Okay, so when you guys click on these, it should take you right to the recipe, and hopefully it comes up for you guys. So this is going to be, the recipe is going to be kind of far down there, almost to the bottom of the page. Here it is. So you can see the ingredients, the directions, and then I'll show you guys where you're going to find the nutrition facts. My computer's running kind of slow today. It's actually down there. Okay, so here it is, estimated nutrition. You're going to click on that, and then there's your nutrition facts. In order to do the yeast spread one, this one's a little bit easier because it's from All Recipes, so you don't have to do all of that scrolling to get to the recipe. It's right there. So there's your ingredients, here are your directions, and then down closer to the bottom, here are your nutrition facts. So if you want the full nutrition, you're going to click on that, and there they are. And it's going to come up just like the banana bread one did. All right, so make sure you guys fill out these slides, compare and contrast, because these are 10 points apiece. And this is the majority of what your grade is for this one. All right, so when you're done, make sure you go back to this assignment, and you're going to click, this is mine, so mine looks different than yours, but you're going to click turn in up here when you're back in the assignment, and then that way I will be able to see it and grade it for you guys, okay? So good luck, and this is going to be due, I believe, let's see, the 21st. So you'll have 2 full days to work on this. And that's going to be the only assignment that I give you guys for 2 days because I know it's going to take you a little while to do the comparing and contrasting. All right, good luck.